will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Let's go!
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, it's Bell. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Let's go! Ohio!
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go!
They'll try and run for it with Bell. Bell so light on his feet. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. That good for 19 and a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Six yards to go here on second down. Now Dobbs. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. The give is to Bell. And an alley to run. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Kizer to throw it this time. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. First down carry now for Crowell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep it with Crowell on first. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On the run, this is Jackson. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
First down throw for Kizer. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. On play action, Kizer. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Vinatieri now for the point after. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Able to avoid him at the 40. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They call it a gain at 19, and it moves the chains. On first down, Dobbs to throw. Going deep here for Bryant. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw is Dobbs. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. And this is back to a 5-point game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They begin with a run by Crowell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Crowell. They find some open field here. Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
They'll give this to Bell running right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
A gain of 3, second down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. This one taken from the 7. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now it's Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want
rush coming, and he's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So a collective holding of breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And now all eyes here on the backup as he takes under center. Now it's Kessler. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. And the wideout in motion. From the gun on third, Kessler. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Now this is fielded in the end zone. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. pistol. It's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Come on, let's go. Flex round.
Dobbs is throwing. This will be caught by Brown. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back to throw Dobbs. Dancing to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. A fake to Crowell. Now it's Kessler. Being chased at, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Kessler. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the 2nd half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Eluding the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
They're throwing it on 1st down, but no one was open, so he gets flushed out of the pocket. runs towards the sidelines, gets out of bounds with a good gain and a first down.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They'll run with Crowell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Kessler on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, Dobbs. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Dobbs to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go play action here on first down. Finding some room at midfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Klein. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Now Dobbs. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it second down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. play action, it's Dobbs. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down following the run. Again, it's Crowell. Space to maneuver at the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run it with Jackson. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Again to the fullback on the dive. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Throw with Kessler. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Kessler. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And that one makes this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Going deep here for Bryant. It's caught at the 10. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 42 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can. And that's what he's done very well in this game.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Play fake to Crowell, now Kessler. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. The 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there, 83 yards, and the Browns add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Williams to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Let's go.
Dobbs. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Martavis Bryant with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. So they're not running it. Kessler wants to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On play action, they'll throw. Forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On the ground, this is Jackson. Oh, and now some space to operate. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Browns, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.